Time is not for knowing, and time never remains. Even if I knew the answers, things still wouldn't be the same. 'Cause time don't wait for no one, time never will refrain. And if I knew the future, I still would escape the pain.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You're wondering why I'm here in the studio. I'm going to explain that right now. It's because today is Wednesday, July 17th. That's right. This is 4 days before I actually leave for rehab, and I wanted to give you guys a little something to keep me in your minds. That's right. So I'm going to do this little fucking thing here 4 days before I leave, and probably the morning before I go, a couple hours before I go, I might leave you guys a little something, letting you know that I'm not going to be around. But this isn't going to be seen until I'm about 2 weeks into my program. That's right. Probably around, I don't know. I have no idea. I have to rely on Tyrone to actually upload this and fucking release it and do things that it's out of his normal, capacity of being able to do. But I'm going to trust him. And hopefully with a little luck, you'll see this like around, I don't know, the 30th, something like that. Maybe the 31st, maybe even the 1st or the 2nd. I don't know. But you'll see this. I'll be probably about 2 weeks into my program when you see this. And it's 4 days away. And I'm a little excited about getting my life back together again because this isn't my first rodeo. That's right. That's what we're going to be discussing tonight, actually. We're going to be discussing the times that I've been admitted. That's right, because I've been admitted before. That's right. I've been admitted 4 times in a mental facility. I've been in 1 detox facility, and I've been in a rehab. So this is going to be my next step into a nice rehab. It's probably going to be nicer than any of the other ones I've been at. And the clientele might be a little bit better. We're all going to be cokeheads. I mean, we're all going to be fucking cocaine addicts. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what we're in for. The type of drugs that the people that are going to be surrounding me are going to be on or were on or getting off of. We're all going to be getting off of something. So the first time I was ever admitted was actually I was Baker acted. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about my times. Listen, if I was Baker acted 4 times, it's a good story behind it. And if I was fucking put in a fucking detox, there's a good story behind it. If I was put in a rehab, there's a good story behind it. Because I'm fucking BGRYNCH. You know that I don't fuck around. Actually, I probably fuck around too much. So I'm high right now. I'm going to let you know. I am high right now, and I don't care because tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do my best to stop before I even get into the facility. But I am going to admit right now, yeah, I'm high. Yep. And it's not good. I'm trying to escape this stuff. I'm not proud of saying that I'm high. I'm actually just saying that because I'm not going to be high the next time you see me. The next time you see me, I'm going to be fucking clean and acting like a totally different way. Hopefully. I'm sure I will be. I'm sure I'll be better and more stable and drug-free. The only thing is that I'm still an active drug addict right now. And I need help very, very bad. And I'm going to get that help in 4 days. So this is 4 days before I go into rehab. And like I said, July 17th, 2024. And I'm leaving on the 21st, the morning of the 21st. So like I said, probably a couple hours before I leave, I'll leave you guys something so you know that I'm like alive. Because you're not going to see me for a little while. So anyway, the first time that I was admitted into a facility, it was actually the Pavilion at University Hospital, a mental facility. And it really wasn't a mental thing with me. It was actually a drug thing with me because I ate about 30 Xanax, 1 milligram Xanaxes, and I got fucked up. And, when you eat Xanax, you do some crazy shit, like get into fights with your father. And considering the relationship that I had with my father in the first place, it was rocky to begin with. This just put the icing on the cake. So, let me get into this story. So I had gone over I was with Elizabeth at the time, my 9-year ex-ho, a girlfriend who fucked everybody. Oh, God, she's an embarrassment. I wasted 9 years. Oh my God. She's one of the reasons why I became a fucking drug addict in the first place. Oh yeah. Anyway, fuck her. Me and her went over to my parents' house, and I was driving at the time. And this is before Elizabeth caused me not to drive anymore. And we went to my parents' house, and I got into an argument with my father. He would like to start arguments with me. He would like to provoke things. And he provoked me getting fucking put in handcuffs and taken to a Baker Act facility called the Pavilion. What he did was, as we're arguing, and it escalated, he told me that I should go run my car into that person's house. He goes, you know something right there? He said, house right there? You should go run your car into that fucking house right there. And I said, you know something, Dad? I'm going to run my fucking car right to that fucking house. And that was it. He called the police. There were witnesses that heard me say it. The police came, Margate police came, and they asked Elizabeth. They said, did he say that he was going to run his car through their house? And she said, yes. Now, this isn't the time that I actually ran my car through someone's house. That was an accident. That was back in 2000. When was this? 2005, maybe 2004. I didn't run my car through someone's house until 2008. One day we'll get into that fucking story. But I was just fucking reacting to his what he was telling me to do. I was just responding to his threat, accommodating his fucking threat, or his accommodating his request. Let's say. I got a niche. Margate police come and they ask Elizabeth, did he say he was going to run his car through that house? And this dumb bitch, she says, yes, he did. And they said, Mr. Rubin, Brian, BGRYNCH. No, they didn't say BGRYNCH. They said, please put your hands behind your back. You're not under arrest. We're taking you to a facility. You're being Baker acted. And I was fucking whacked on Xanax. So I was like, listen, guys, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm fucking former law enforcement. This is fucking bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But it didn't mean anything because I was still put in handcuffs, put in the back of a car, and taken to the Pavilion, where I spent one night. Now, this is the funny part is that I took a shitload of fucking Xanax, Allorazepam, the footballs, whatever they fucking are. Allorazepam, yeah, generic Xanax. And when I got there, they assessed me, and I told them what happened. They told me, well, you're going to probably spend the night. And they gave me a 2 milligram Ativan. They gave me more benzo to get me even more fucked up. And I called Elizabeth on the phone, and I asked her, I said, Elizabeth, why the fuck would you tell them that I said I was going to run my car through the house? I'll tell you what she said. She said, because you did. I'm sorry, but it was really because she wanted me out of the fucking house that night so she'd get fucked by like 5 guys. So I'm not around. She'd get fucking laid because she was a fucking compulsive cheater. But anyway, that's not the point. I got released the next morning. I woke up, I had breakfast, and 2 of my sister-in-laws came and picked me up. Yeah, that was the first time. Probably the 3 other times, the 3 other times were endorsed by my psychiatrists. Now, the second time that I was taken to the Pavilion was a Baker Act because I fucking lost my shit. I was not well. And the reason why I wasn't well had a lot to do with that girl, Elizabeth, you see. Elizabeth fucking caused me a lot of fucking mental problems because all she did was fuck everybody. Now, I'm not going to get into that fucking thing. I'm not going to get into my mental problems. We're just talking about the times I was admitted. And the second time I was admitted, I was staying for the 3 to 5 days because I was mental. That's right. And while I was there, I actually met this girl. We'll call her D. We're not going to say Dima's name. Anyway, when I was there, I met this girl, D. And I fell in love. We fell in love. It was love at the mental institution. And it was fucking great. We hung out. We were mental together. We were fucking crazy. It was fucking great. We loved it. We loved each other. And we said, when we get out of here, we're going to fucking be better, which is fucking crazy bullshit. And I actually did a show about it on Underground Live. Back in 2021, I did like an hour and a half long fucking Underground Live about how I fell in love in a mental institution. It was fucking great. Coco was in it. And it was fucking really, really cool. But yeah, I fell in love in a mental institution and it was with her. And it did not work out good. It worked out fucking bad. Real bad. Oh man, did it work out bad. But years later, it worked out bad. I mean, we hung out for a while and did some crazy shit because we were both fucking out of our minds. Yes, I was out of my mind for a real long time. I didn't get my life together, like mentally, until just about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm a consummate drug addict and I'm a cocaine addict. But my quality of life has been pretty good other than the fact that I'm doing cocaine all the fucking time, every day, 5 times a day, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars that, whatever, doesn't matter. The second time that I went to the mental institution, I was met by, what was it? It was, the second time was the Haitian girl. Yes, what this girl would do was, every time we were in a group or we were in the day room, she would spread her legs and show me her vagina. And she would tell me that she wants me to eat her vagina. This nasty, fat Haitian girl. Not that Haitians are nasty and fat, but this girl in particular was nasty and fat. And she was Haitian. Just so happens to be a coincidence, I guess. And she would write on a piece of paper, eat my vagina, and she would show me her vagina and start playing with herself. She was out of her fucking mind, and it grossed me the fuck out. I was so grossed out that one day she shows me her vagina, and she sticks her finger in it, and I said, I've had enough. I've had enough. Now, every time I was Baker acted, I was never in the aggressive, violent wing. I was just in the crazy wing with all the crazy people, not the crazy, violent people. So I went to the head nurse. She was pretty cool. She liked me a lot because everybody likes me, you know? I love mental people because fucking they're there for our entertainment. We're all fucking crazy for your entertainment. It's great to fucking witness a fucking crazy person going fucking crazy. That's what I loved about being a fucking correctional officer. The crazy people, because they fucking make me laugh. I fucking love it. Not this girl though. This girl disgusted me. I wanted to puke. So I went to the head nurse. I told the head nurse, man, this girl keeps showing me her vagina. It's really getting annoying. Please fucking get her away from me. And they switched her off the wing. Yeah, that was the big news for the second time that I went. The third time that I went, I don't really remember all that much. I don't think, because I think I went 4 times. And it was probably about the 4th time that we had my boy Tyrone and his girl came to visit me. Not the girl that he had just before, but the girl that he had before her. Yes. And they came to visit me at the mental institution, and I showed them the guy who thought he was Michael Jackson. Yes, we had a guy in the wing that actually thought he was Michael Jackson, and I told him, I said, we were in the day room while they were visiting me during visiting hours. I said, hey, Michael, why don't you come over here and bust a move for my friends? And he comes over and he grabs his balls and gets on his tippy toes and goes, ee! And they shit in their pants. Then I introduced him to the dude that was hearing messages in the radio. That's right. He was hearing messages in the radio. And he was a very, very fucking odd dude. And then they said, I don't think we can hang out here anymore because this is fucking too crazy for us. They've never seen anything like that before. I have. I was used to it, man. You know what I mean? So they left. And that was probably the thing that I remember the most about that time. And I think there was one time that I was there just for a medication adjustment. It wasn't actually a Baker Act. I was just there to have a medication adjustment and be observed. And I don't think anything happened with that. Might have been just 2-3 days. Now, when I was with Elizabeth, I was mental, and I even before Elizabeth, when I was 19, I started eating painkillers. That's right. I went to the doctor because my son was just born, and I was newly married. I just bought this fucking place, and I was getting headaches real bad. I was working 2 jobs. I was busting my fucking ass off. It was crazy, and I started getting these headaches. So I went to my doctor, and this is 1994. It's like 1994. This was before pills were an epidemic. I was a pioneer of pill heads. That's right. I go to this guy and I'm telling him, I'm having these really bad headaches. And he goes, yeah, they're tension headaches. Let me write you a script. So he writes me out a script. I know nothing about fucking painkillers. All I know is that I used to take codeine when I blew my knee out in 9th grade in wrestling. So I just put the fucking script in my fucking visor in my car and I drive off, and I don't think anything of it because I think that these headaches are fucking, what kind of medication is going to fucking kill these headaches? So I leave, and I take the prescription with me. I'm at work a couple of days later, and I'm telling my supervisor, I was working security at the time, and I'm telling him that I went to the doctor. He's asking me how the doctor's appointment went. I said, he wrote me a script for something, and Terry was his name. Terry asked me, well, what did he write you? I said, I don't know. I have no idea what he wrote me. I didn't even look at the prescription. Terry says, go get that prescription. So I did. It was for Vicodin ES. Vicodin ES. That became the love of my life when he told me, he said, you got to fill this fucking prescription. He's the reason why I fucking became addicted to pills. Terry, you suck, you fucking asshole. If you would have kept your mouth shut, I'd probably be a different person right now. Completely different person. You fucking asshole. I feel that I took my first Vicodin and I thought I was in fucking fantasy land. Man, I'll tell you what. My wife at the time, when I was out of those fucking Vicodins, DSs, She worked as an orthodontist apprentice or an orthodontist assistant, and they had a box of Vicodin ESs, single served, that you could just grab a handful of them. She'd grab handfuls of them and bring them home to me because they weren't under restriction like they are now. It was no big deal. I was getting painkillers like fucking crazy. Then I started fucking faking knee injuries and fucking headaches and all sorts of crazy shit just to get pills. I've never ever bought a pill off the street. All my drug dealers were doctors. That's right. That's right. And it went for a long time, all the way until 2008, when I overdosed. And I died 3 times on 14 10 milligram time-release Oxycontins and 12 Percocets. I know you're saying, I don't think so, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you. 14 10 milligram time-release Oxycontins and 12 Percocets. My doctor was giving me the Oxycontin because I drove my car into a fucking canal. That was the time that 2 weeks later, well, I drove my car into a canal. I drove my car into a fucking head-on with a work van. And I drove my car into through a house. And I wasn't hurt. But I was using it as an excuse to get fucking painkillers. You're saying how you were not hurt. One day we'll get into that. One day, but that's not what this is about. It's about how I told him how my back was fucked up, my neck was fucked up, and he was giving me 10 milligram time-release Oxycontins. And I was telling him, look, dude, this ain't helping, dude. And he says, well, I'll write you a script for Percocet for breakthrough pain, so you could take it between doses of your Oxycontin. Oh yeah, I loved that shit. You know, I wasn't hurt at all. But when I would wake up in the morning and my whole body hurt, and I'd have to say, Elizabeth, I can't fucking move because my mind was actually building and constructing and creating this pain in my body because it needed that fucking Oxycontin. As soon as that Oxycontin hit my tongue, I was out of pain. I'm great now. I was fucking horrible. It was horrible. Well, I died 3 times. What was it? It was March 31st, 2008, when I ate those 10 milligram those fucking 14 10 milligram time released Oxycontin and those 12 Percocets. It was, May 31st, 2008. And I died 3 times that day. I died 3 times. They brought me back with 6 cans of Narcan, 6, whatever the fuck they are. And I woke up in a hospital on April Fool's Day. And the nurse looked at me and she said, yeah, you're not going to remember this, dude. See, because when you overdose, people look at you like you're a fucking scumbag. You know, because you're a drug addict. I was looked at like a fucking scumbag. Quite honestly, I was not a scumbag. I wasn't. But I guess I was. You know, I was addicted to painkillers. So she says to me, she goes, you're not going to remember this, but you're going to remember when they ripped that fucking catheter out of your dick. It's like, that's really nice, lady. And guess what? I do remember her saying that. I will remember it forever. I will never forget that. That's the only thing I remember, except for when I woke up the next day in a detox facility. That's right, 11 days at Atlantic Shores detox facility where bugs were crawling up the fucking walls. It was fucking disgusting. That place was filthy, almost as filthy as the jail I worked in Fort Lauderdale. That's right, for the Fort Lauderdale City Jail, for the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. That was a fucking shithole. And so was this place. And the food was horrible. And fighting over the television, 11 days there. And it was bad. I was completely in denial that I had a pill problem. That's right. The doctor or a psychiatrist, somebody asked me, Brian, what do you think you're doing here? I was like, I think my parents want me in here because I smoke weed. Oh yeah, I was completely in denial that I was fucking eating pills left and right. Like fucking Pez, like fucking candy. 11 days I was in that fucking place. The day I got out, I'm not even going to get into that. I had to go to court and fight my parents over custody for my son because they were going to take him from me. It was bad. It was bad. Now, mind you, I was not a bad father. I know you're thinking, oh, this guy was a drug addict. He was fucking probably a horrible father. You see, when I'd get high, all right, especially around that time, Spencer was like at my parents' a lot because I was fucking with Elizabeth, that bitch. And I wasn't being really responsible. But even before that, when I would take these painkillers and I'd get high, it made me look like a 5-year-old. I'd actually play with Spencer even more. He was never neglected. You know, it was cool. It made me a better father, I think. The painkiller, getting high on the painkillers made me a better father because I was never stressed out and I was always ready to play. Let's make movies. Let's play hockey. Let's play toys. Let's do this. Let's do that. And that's how it was. That's how it was. That's how Spencer remembers his childhood. Me being high and us playing and buying things and doing things and fucking going to hockey games and playing hockey and filming movies and making fucking all sorts of shit. Oh yeah. Having bedroom wrestling fucking matches on the mattress. having belts made. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun until I died 3 times. Anyway, this place was a fucking shithole. They kept me there for 11 days. And I had to fight for Spencer's and custody back for Spencer. And I went in there into the court on day 12, the day that I had to go in front of a judge. And I tore them apart. Man, I'll tell you what, their lawyer, my parents' lawyer that they had, was fucking stupid as fuck. And you can't fuck with me when it comes to my son. I mean, nobody fucks with me when it comes to my son. Because I tore this bitch apart, and the judge at the end said, Mr. and Mrs. Rubin, talking to my parents, you have until 6 o'clock this evening, to bring your son's son back to him, or you're going to be in contempt of court. And they did. They had to. And I still wasn't ready just yet to quit doing pills, but I did. It was probably about 3 or 4 days later, after getting high, maybe 3 or 4 more times, that I was standing in my living room. I was looking at the clock at the armoire, and it said 9:45. I'll never forget this. It said 9:45. I said, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done with pills. I never picked a pill up again. Well, until 2016, when my fucking co-host for Underground Live came to my house with a fucking bag of weed and a fucking 100 Percocets, but we'll get into that in a minute. I've been clean from painkillers for like a long fucking time, 8 years now. But I quit doing the painkillers, and that was that. I went into detox. Then the time I went to rehab was because my co-host for Underground Live came to my house the first time that he was going to star on the show. We were on Periscope at the time, and we were on live stream. This is before the Facebook days. This was in the beginning of the birth of the show, and of the live stream show, not the radio show. And he comes up with all these Percocets, man, and I get fucking high as fuck on weed and Percocets. And then one night, I'm doing a show, and I'm all fucked up. And I put this actually on Facebook before. It's like a little 15-second clip of me like this. And some girl, I don't know who the girl was in the background, but she's like, are you going to do the show? And I'm like, I'm going to do the show. Well, needless to say, I probably didn't do the show. I don't remember. But somehow or another, I had mentioned that I was going to drop kick my father in the shoulder, in his bad shoulder. I think he had shoulder surgery. I said something about drop kicking him in the shoulder. And I think it was my aunt. Somebody heard and told my parents that I was fucking whacked on painkillers. And they called my psychiatrist that I still have now to this day. This is 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016. And he called me up and said, Brian, tomorrow there's going to be a van in front of your house. You're going to fucking rehab. I went to fucking Naples on the west coast of Florida to the Willows. And I was admitted for 28 days, I believe it was. 28 days, 30 days. I'll tell you what, I had a great time getting clean from pills. We were in the new wing. It was co-ed. There were males and females. Every fat chick that was in there fucking loved me. They were all hitting on me. I think I was a little heavier back then too. So I think they actually, because I was on this medication that made me like fucking blow up. Like I was real fat. And I think they actually thought that they could have a chance with me. I was like, you're out of your fucking mind, women. Get the fuck away from me. So I asked this girl, her name is Melanie. She still watches the show, I believe. How you doing, Melanie? Unit 300 in the house. I said, Melanie, you got to make pretend you're my girlfriend, babe, because these girls aren't going to fucking leave me alone. And she did. And that became my second rehab romance. The first one was, what would we call that? A mental facility romance. Yeah, that's right. Well, this was my rehab romance. And then on my birthday, they actually threw a party for me in the cafeteria. My wing threw a surprise party for me. And they got like 10 pizzas. I got lap dances from all the girls. It was fucking great. And then I found out that I could actually do this, be sober, and have a good fucking time. And I stay that way. Now, I could take a Percocet if I'm in pain. I don't usually, unless I have surgery or something. I'll take 4 Tylenol and 4 Advil, and that usually kills all the pain in my fucking body for like a whole day and a half. I don't utilize Percocet unless I've had like 2 shoulder surgeries and fucking all this bullshit. Yeah. And then I stop taking them. I take them as directed. So I don't fuck around with pills no more. I'm done with fucking pills. And that's why I know I could do this with the Coke, because I did it with fucking pills, and the opiates are the fucking hardest to get off of. The Coke is the second hardest to get off of. If I've conquered the first hardest, I'm pretty sure I can do the second hardest. You know what I'm saying? but it's hard right now. I have to go to this rehab facility, and I have to get better first before I have the opportunity to know whether or not I'm going to be capable of doing it. So that's going to be the story. You know, I'm ready to go. 4 days from now, I'm fucking psyched. You're seeing this now. What is today? I think today's going to be when you're seeing this. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the 1st or the 2nd or the 31st. One of these days when Tyrone fucking figures out how to fucking put this properly on the air and on my fucking on YouTube and Anarchy Media Television and my Facebook accounts, and you guys will get to see this and say, hey, he actually fucking told us a story about all the times that he's been Baker acted and rehabbed. That's right. This is, like I said in the beginning, this ain't my first rodeo, people. So I'm very confident that I could beat this fucking thing. All right. I'm going to do a good job. I'm very serious about doing this, guys. Yeah, I've never been more serious about getting off a fucking drug in my entire life because this shit's killing me. It really is. I'm not like I was. And you guys are going to actually, when I get back, you guys are actually going to see me a fucking totally different person. And I can't wait. I just hope that person is still funny. I still hope that person is still witty. I hope that person is still funny enough to put on a fucking show that you guys are going to want to watch because the numbers are doing fucking great. Like, cocaine has definitely helped this show incredibly. Now, without it, I don't know what's going to fucking happen. I hope you guys still tune in. I'm hoping to God. Otherwise, I'll just have to start doing cocaine again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to start doing cocaine again. If worse comes to worse, I'll just have to fucking shut the show down and start getting back into music again. Anyway, those are the times that I've been admitted into facilities, and I'm kind of wondering how this is going to go. It's supposed to be a real nice place. I'm taking Stimpy with me because a very good friend of mine knows the owner of this facility. It's like a mansion on the beach. Yeah, a mansion. I'm going to be in a private room with my boy Stimpy, my cat. I'm allowed to take him. See, because the thing is that if I couldn't go to rehab if I couldn't take Stimpy. Stimpy's 14 years old. If I left for 28 days or it turned into 90 days, Stimpy would die. He would die from depression because of not seeing me. And I can't do that. I'll stay on the fucking coke and I'll fucking die with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't losing my fucking cat. He's like my son. He's like Spencer. I've raised him for 14 years since he's fucking 4 months old. So he's got to come with me. Otherwise, there's no rehab going to happen. And I'm going to have to kick this on my own. But I'm very fortunate enough that she got me into this facility and I could take Stimpy with me. And I'm going to get better. And Stimpy's going to have a much better father. So Spencer. My whole family supports me. I've told my whole family about this. Everybody knows the jig is up. Now you guys know. You guys have already probably seen the video that I'm going to make before I go. Coke Cottonmouth, not good. It's actually 12:27. We've been on here for 27 minutes and 26 seconds. And I'm going to take a Klonopin and go the fuck to sleep, crash down and get a good night's sleep tonight. And tomorrow, I'm not doing cocaine. That's right. Actually, today. I did it before 12. I did it before the show started. So actually, today, I have not done any cocaine. Even though I'm on cocaine right now, I'm under the influence. I'm done with the cocaine. I'm trying to stop before I even go to rehab. I want to get a 4-day head start. Even if I crash, and I'm fucking horrible at crashing, I sleep all fucking day, the 4 days until I go, that's the way it's going to have to be. Because I don't want to go into rehab dirty. I don't want to, even though I still will be dirty because it's probably plagued in my system. I'm fucking diluted. I'm polluted and diluted with fucking narcotics in my fucking bloodstream and throughout my body. And I want to try to get used to not doing it before I even go in there. So I have a head start. So wish me luck because that's going to be it's going to be a hard thing to fucking do, man. At least when I'm in the facility, I'll be away from it. I won't be able to fuking get it. They're not going to let me out. Even though I'm going in there voluntarily, I'm not leaving. They're going to fucking hold me there. I ain't going to AMA against medical advice. I'll fucking stay there, get clean. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be great. And I'll come back with a fucking great story for you guys to tell. A great story for me to tell you guys, actually. It's going to be fucking awesome. I wonder what's going to happen. I'll have a TV in my own room, in my own room, my own TV. I like that. I'm not going to be able to fuck with my cell phone. That sucks. I'd love to be able to say hi to you guys, but I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe I will. You know, my girl Crystal, my homegirl Crystal, she's in rehab right now, and she gets to leave her rehab to go pick up her medication. And she's able to take her cell phone with her. Maybe I'll be able to take my cell phone with me. I'll be able to fucking say hello to you guys on Facebook. I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea what this fucking place is about. I don't know the name of this fucking place. I don't know the phone number. This girl, a friend of mine, is fucking taking care of every fucking thing. I know nothing. All I know is that I'm getting picked up in 4 days, the morning, like 9 o'clock in the morning on the 21st. And, hey, that's the deal. Well, listen, it's almost at a half hour, and I'm going to kick rocks, go to sleep, and call it a night. So I'd like to say, listen, guys, I hope I'm doing okay right now. Like I said, I'm probably 2 weeks in, and I hope I'm succeeding, and I will succeed. So peace, love, and anarchy. Keep it real. Love each other, and peace out, guys. Thank you. Hope I'm doing well at this point while you're watching this. I hope I'm doing well. I'm sure I am. Hope I'm heavier, because I'm skinny as fuck. It's ridiculous how skinny I am. It's disgusting. I put some weight on. The food's supposed to be from a 5-star chef. I'm not fucking around. It's just going to be good. It's going to be fucking great.